Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I am joined by my friend for a little bit of 2v2. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, I am Agouti. I am a noob, but I'm going to do my best.
Heck yeah, that's all that's required. Um, what do you have selected as your specialists?
I've got a few choices. I've got cost control, which is always nice, a little bit of
Mhm.
extra money every round, giant, speed specialist, or marksman. Speed's got steel balls and fangs, which is always a nice thing to start off with.
Yeah.
Marksman's got sledgehammers. I've not really ever been able to make sledgehammers work, so you know what,
This
I'm going to give it a go.
sledgehammers are kind of in a tough spot right now where they don't really have enough fire rate to really make a big impression in the battlefield. They have great HP and they have good splash damage, but you need like a critical mass of sledgehammers that your opponent isn't dealing with well in order to really make them work. And a lot of players just are able to kind of eat through those sledgehammers and get to the little weak backlines. I actually ended up picking aerial specialist here. What do you have going on your side? Oh, I feel like you've
How do
got
you feel?
this.
Oh, these are just recommended formations. How do you feel about fangs being in front of the sledges?
I prefer it.
Okay, even though they've got arc lights, not worth trying to put the sledges in front to soak that fire.
Um, the tanks to me are more important, and the Fang, honestly, I use my Fangs more as speed bumps than anything. Um, so unless you're going to go with a Fang build, then I wouldn't worry about the Fang too much, because the Fang are going to die to everything that's on the field currently. I don't think anything loses a straight up fight with Fang. Um, so just having them in front to kind of soak damage a little bit is worthwhile, because even if one Fang takes a sniper shot, that's his life well lived. You know?
I have seen builds that other people have done where they've had fangs as the core part of their DPS and their backup for anti-air.
Yes.
But I've never managed to invest in them in a way that's been meaningful.
You have to be willing to lose the first couple of rounds. If you really want to go the Fang build, you have to be willing to lose 1 or 2 rounds, and then also you need to eat or recycle pretty much everything that you have on the field besides Fang. Ooh, shield or tech? I'm going to grab the tech here, just because I feel like that could be a little bit more useful at this point. And I'm going to kind of take a page out of Filthy Robot's book here after that devastating defeat that I suffered at his hands. Don't giggle. Jeez.
That's pretty funny.
Oh. Yeah,
Mainly because I've suffered at the exact same thing. You're just like, oh, it's just some steel balls. What could possibly go wrong? You're like, oh, I just can't kill these things.
yeah, all of a sudden there's just too many of them. But it's important to have enough chaff and chaff clear for it. I'm good to go. So I actually picked up the aerial specialist, but my opponent has so many air units. It's hard to do. Man, I love your formation. Like, it's just, it looks super good. The units all look well laid out. This is such a beautiful game. I don't think people or players realize just how pretty the game is.
I mean, I mainly go for symmetry rather than actual combat tactics.
Well, okay.
I don't know if that counts for anything.
I mean, it counts
that
for
looks
aesthetics.
right.
Yeah, it counts for aesthetics. I will say being symmetrical is often not great, because a lot of the unit cards that you can pick up, the in-between cards, are straight lines. So if your units are all in a straight line, it's much easier to drop napalm or something on them.
Yeah, gotcha. So I should probably be trying to put some more units out on the far wings where they won't get hit by
Yeah,
stuff.
have your units staggered and kind of positioned all over the place works quite well. Man, your guy just has like only single entity units. Super weird. That level 3 sniper's really earning his keep. My side's going moderately well. Not
He's actually
great.
not that far off of a level up.
Good. Get those levels. Oh wow, I'm actually still going to win my side. I was not expecting to win this round on my end.
I'm not going to win mine, I'm going to leak.
No! Leaky Australian. What did you say to me earlier? That you live in a bowl or something? That's
Oh, that's if anyone's remembers from, I don't know, 2000, something like that. Don Hertzfeld's Rejected cartoons. There you are. There's some light YouTube reading for the audience, or watching for the audience.
What is this? Don Herzog. That sounds
Very
amazing.
strange. A little bit of an internet cult classic, depending on how old you are.
Okay. Well, I think we're around the same age. Ooh, who's sniper? Oh, I really needed your sniper to win there.
Good news is my opponent borrowed in order to make that happen, so
he
I
did.
got a little bit of a.
Oh wow, you're right. He did. That's really, really good for you. Wow.
Go little Mustangs. Aw.
They're gonna try. They're gonna try. They didn't quite get there though. Deployment spec. I love it.
Can't go wrong. Got the missile strike. I mean, I know it's a free ability, but
I love the missile strike. I think it's good.
redeployment's nice
Fun.
too.
Redeployment is nice. I love being able to move my units every single turn. There's so many good little things that you can pick up in old Mechabellum.
So for me, against all this single target stuff, it's a bit late for me to be trying to go steel balls. Should I be just leaning into like snipers, or I guess I could pick up some Phoenix?
Yeah, you could go real heavy into snipers here. Honestly, you already have so many of them that if you wanted to grab another 2 and then give them all like the elite marksman or range, that'd probably go real far. Seeing how you already have 4 of them on the field, it's only $100 for one for that upgrade.
I might grab one Phoenix.
It's always good to have a flying unit. Alright. A little worried that my guy's just going to nuke the heck out of me with missiles. That tends to happen a lot in 2v2s. I've noticed that there's a lot more missiles than anything.
Yeah, I've been suffering a bit at the missiles. It just deals with the fangs so effectively.
Yeah. Well, then, yeah, there's your shield. Luckily, you already have the tanks, too. Man, you're in a good spot. I'm going to clear out a
I'm really hoping to get some levels on these tanks, though. They just haven't actually been getting many kills. Because the snipers keep actually getting the last hits.
That's okay. Just gotta maybe get more of them, or honestly, it doesn't matter as long as, well, you do definitely want your tanks to, you know, be the meat shields, and if they don't level up, they don't get a lot of health. So that's going to be a big issue, but I think we absolutely crush it.
Yeah, this one will go well. My opponent's borrowing every turn at the moment, so it's going to be good long run.
Oh yeah. If you're borrowing and losing, you're in a bad spot. That's never where you want to be.
I think Rhino Assault makes any sense here.
No.
I mean, maybe up in your back lines against those Mustang.
Could be good. I am going to borrow here because I am real worried about the fire. That fire is going to absolutely destroy me. So, yeah. Spent my money to grab the parasitic ammo. Man, parasitic ammo is so powerful. It is so powerful.
Just on any unit or on... Oh, that's right, because the amount of crawlers you get out depends on the size of the unit you destroy, doesn't it?
Correct. Correct. So, the more... And also just, even spawning one crawler, if it's the closest unit, enemy units will all go to shoot at that one unit. So in my case, if I kill this like one tank right here, the sniper and all other of these tanks, these crawlers, they'll all suddenly reprioritize what to shoot at, which will be that one crawler. So them staggering their shots can be really frustrating because it could be that extra second that allows my stormcrawlers to get a second shot off or something.
Do something a little bit sneaky.
Yeah. Backline Phoenix.
Into your back lines, no less.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you.
I really thought my opponent would have an answer to the Phoenix, but they just don't.
Oh, well that's good. If he doesn't ever pick, well, he has snipers, but... Oh,
Now we get one
your
each.
Phoenix is coming in at such a good time. Go, Tokyo Drifting Phoenix. Do it. Yes. Yes. Oh, I love it. That's so good, man. Holy crap. What a play. What an amazing play on your part.
I don't even know you could split them up like that. There you go.
Yeah, they can. They don't often do so because they spawn in so close to each other, but really well played. Oh, it looks like you might have some stuff on the back line. I don't know if they're dead.
Is that GG?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that guy's good at math. GG. Well, let's do it one more time.
I feel like they didn't ever really answer the Phoenixes. They weren't a huge threat, but just those backline snipes. All they need to do was just buy a couple of Mustangs and put them up the back. It would have been super cheap.
But it's hard when you're already losing one side of the game. So if you're already losing the front line, it's hard to then cover your back line as well. Because then, you know, you're hoping that you negate the back line, then move your units up quick enough to kind of support the front line. Whereas if your opponent has already put something in your back line that then you need to correct, that means he has more time, or she has more time to place units back on the front line. So it's very much a push and pull.
I don't know how you play for that though. Like, how do you play with the aim to seize the initiative and put your opponent on the back foot without just having a good composition or relying on them making mistakes like they did?
Being very aggressive in the early game can do it, as well as... Oh, looks like no game for us. Being really aggressive in the early game can help, or playing non-traditional units, like all of a sudden putting a hacker out when there really isn't a reason for a hacker. You're just taking that coin flip. Like, hey, you know, do I just suddenly convert 10 Fang with hackers and make it win, you know? Also, not being afraid to commit to the same thing. You know, a lot of players, they tend to buy a ton of different types of units, but if you can suddenly just have 50 Fang, 50 Fang are scary pretty much against anything, so that can really make it work. I'm grabbing the cost control specialist here. This is a great cost control specialist. I've got Crawler and Phoenix.
I think I go Elite.
Yeah.
Sledgehammers again. I want to use Sledgehammers.
How do you rate the Elite Specialist? Do you enjoy playing it?
I think it's very good in the mid game, but early game is pretty tough. Because you just can't afford to get the quantity of units out that you want.
Yes.
In theory, you know, spending 150 for one Fang is better than spending 200 for two Fang.
Yeah.
Because it's, you know, it's twice the Fang. But especially when you're trying to put chaff on the field, I feel like it's having a chaff unit that has twice as much health and damage isn't actually worth 2 chaff units.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I think it's really important that as an elite specialist you have very good positioning and you start the game with a good set of units. I do think the elite specialist is strong. I'd rate it as one of the weakest specialists, just because you don't have a very good power spike. Not only that, because you're spawning in with level 1 units against your opponent's level 1 units, they can often get 1 or 2 level 2 units pretty much the same time that you'd be getting them anyways, because they can spawn more units that are killing your guys. It's rough. Did you play out those missiles?
Yeah, and this is a classic example, I think, where I really need 2 snipers to deal with it, to be comfortable with those Phoenixes on the field. But because I just can't afford one without taking a loan. I've got to rely on missiles instead. Yep,
and those missiles are extremely well placed here, so you'll definitely win that side.
My issue with missiles is it's just wasted money. Like, that's $100 down the drain. Yeah, we'll win this round and we'll get some XP, but if I can spend that on units, that's something you get value out of every round.
That's true, but I think as the elite specialist, you kind of just need that early. So I don't blame you for taking that.
Just the price you have to pay.
Yeah, it's just the price you have to pay. It's the cost of doing business.
There you go.
Yeah. My opponent went with a headbutt here, and I actually somewhat countered it without even taking out a loan or anything. Oh, some of my little crawlers are going to die. Oh, but you have crawlers. Thank you, friend. Wow, you really crushed your side. Congratulations.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well.
I'd say it worked out exceedingly well for you. Well, I know what I'm doing next, and its name is Storm Crawlers. Wait a minute, whose crawlers are those? Oh no! There's some crawlers in my backline. They're gonna munch my tower.
Crawlers, you need to be out of there.
Yeah.
Going the wrong way. Save yourselves.
Silly boys. Man, I always think of crawlers as just like rabid chihuahuas, just so aggressive. Yeah.
Little crabs or little turtles, depending on which way you...
Oh, that's kind of cute too. Ooh, I'm going the deployment specialist here. Just because I'm cost control. So, having, being able to play out 3 units is pretty darn good for me.
I can't go past the redeployment. Being able to redeploy one squad around. And
It's
you consider
so
how much
powerful, yeah.
Yeah. The other alternative to that is the item you've actually got to put on one single unit, and it costs the same.
Right. I hate that. I think that's such a wasteful item. Especially since some units, like, I always put the jump drive on my Phoenix, because in this case, I'm looking, and next turn I can buy some Phoenix, get the jump drive, put them in my opponent's backline, snipe out this tower real quick, and then push on to the next one. Ooh, and I love those level 2 crawlers in the backline. Really good plays, man.
And then I guess more missiles, just to make sure.
Yeah. Ah, crap. Your opponent sniffed it out, kind of.
I don't think those arc lights, at least one of them should be fine. Yeah, one of them's going to get found.
Yeah. We'll see. We will see. You might still be able to swarm him.
I think that's okay though, because the missile on that side should take care of his front line.
Yeah.
The other side will be delayed.
Yep.
No, wrong target.
Those are pretty good Stormcrawler shots. Not perfect, but they're pretty darn good. Did he deploy that? No. Alright. I won my side pretty darn well. Unfortunately for him, the headbutt... Oh, my poor little Phoenix. The headbutt did not work great for him. Alright.
Mine was lost. I thought I managed it, but not quite.
Not quite. I think we have this.
I think you'll be fine too. I think
Yeah.
the Phoenixes are going to get in there first, be distracted by crawlers, and then...
That's the goal, right? That's the dream. Yeah, I think we got this just because we have enough crawler clear. Oh man, I keep putting that to the wrong person, I'm sorry. Party combat. Speed up, please. They don't realize that I'm recording a YouTube video.
Actually on me that time.
Oh, was
I just
it?
enjoy watching him fight. Yeah, I like the tension.
God, it's like somebody watching a dog fight. Yeah, I just want to see it. Oh God.
That's a little macabre.
Yeah. I don't know why you're like that.
Subsidized Stormcaller.
It's pretty good. I know I just grabbed him. Oh, I see people are betting on me to win.
Oh, you have spectators.
Yeah, yeah.
A little fan club.
I wish. No, Call of War is my other 2v2 partner. So in the background of this, he was like, oh, so I see you're cheating on me.
Pity you can't do 3v3s.
Oh, man. So this is what I've kind of been working on as like a theory craft. It would be super cool to have a free-for-all or a true team game where you and I both have like our own separate money. So let's say we each spawn with like $400 or whatever. And somebody on this side right in front of you has 400 with his teammate, 400, 400, and we're in a much smaller box. And we're trying to either capture nodes and things from each other with respawning units, or capture a central point from each other. I think that could be super fun as just a different way to play, kind of like a 8v8 capture the flag type of deal. I don't know
like those old StarCraft maps. You're in the little map with one big hole in the center.
Yes, just like that.
And you're just kind of fighting over the resources in the middle, or just.
That's exactly what I want. Just something that's a little bit more intense, but also gives players like a real reason. Because right now, yes, we're in a 2v2 together. It's great. I like playing with you, but you're on the other side of the world. By the time you win or lose, you've either completely won or you've completely lost. I really can't influence that too heavily. It doesn't feel like we're really in a group together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot of interactions. I mean, there's some, like I can put abilities like shield drops on your side and stuff like that, or drop stuff on your opponent.
Yep.
But then you're kind of sacrificing something from your own side. I guess that's normal.
Yeah, but I'd like it if it was more like, hey, kind of like, did you ever play Company of Heroes or something like that more recently?
Yeah. Yep.
Something like that. Like, all right, man, take tanks. I'm going to support you up the flank with some Fang and Phoenix. Just get a shit ton of tanks and blitz, and then we both hit the player to our right while covering a little bit or something, Or maybe we make friends with the player directly adjacent to us and try and crush the guy in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely have some very interesting dynamics there.
Yeah.
This incendiary bomb scares me.
Don't be scared.
I don't know how worried I need to be about a Vulcan's descent as well.
Do you have single point?
I do have a little bit. I might.
If you have, oh yeah, no, you're good. If you level that marksman up to level 3, it would just crush anything that's there. Honestly, you do well with some Stormcallers. Or just put a unit of crawlers right in the front and make it dance. That way all those Stormcaller shots miss. You should also probably recycle that crawler in the top right. It's just feeding the arc light. You don't want to feed an arc light. I think next turn I'm going to go Mass Phoenix and grab shields. I probably should have recycled my Fang as well. That is okay. So something else that's worth doing if your opponent is like a lot of fast units and a lot of slow units like what I have here, most of the single point damage is tied up in these snipers. So what I could do to combat this is play like a fortress, or in this case just knock out a couple more of these smaller units that clear chaff, because now his snipers are all shooting at my crawlers. And that's a complete waste of time for those crawlers. So we're actually in a really good spot here.
I think I underestimate just how important good crawler placing and timing is.
Yep. Having that extra chaff, man, it really does make a difference. Oof. He's got a good amount of Mustang, though. My little Stormcallers don't whiff all their shots, and that's what's important. Alright, I won my side, but not by as much as I would have liked. He made us pretty good comeback. Oh yeah, wow. He really did a good job. Well done, well done. Will this be another flawless victory? Ooh, that would be good.
What's your thought on extended range marksmen?
They're phenomenal. Because
the extent.
Yeah, I think it's really powerful. Because the marksmen normally get at least another 2 shots off.
Something I didn't quite realised was that good is that the first level upgrade on the crawlers actually lets them survive an arc light shot.
Yes.
It's almost like a shield on fangs.
Yes.
I think I might get some more sledgehammers and get mech rage. A bit more clear.
Yeah. And also now your tanks will dodge under Stormcaller shots so much more easily.
Ah, I didn't even think of that.
Yes, the speed. The speed. You need the need for speed.
I don't know about this placement of the storm calls on the side. I think I'm just going to move them.
Man, I like that.
On
You can just
in
move
middle.
units.
Pretty sweet.
Yep.
Want to make more use of the research center cooldowns, things like the sticky oil bomb and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've seen that used really good in some of your casts, but
I
myself.
Yeah. Go for it. It doesn't take much. You just got to get used to unlocking it. You just got to be thinking like, okay, this time around, if I have extra cash, that's what I'm going to do, is unlock some sticky oil.
So I'm suffering a bit here from I don't have any. My sniper's getting caught up shooting chaff,
Mm-hmm.
so they're just not spending time doing things like killing that fortress.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean I should probably just go more Stormcallers? Because he's got.
Yeah,
I think
just
he's going to mass fangs with that.
Just
fortress.
just get some Stormcallers. Get like 3 or 4 Stormcallers, and then maybe some crawlers of your own, just to delay things a lot. Your snipers have incredible range, though. That's pretty good. You might lose
probably
the tower
get-
at a bad time.
I'll probably get elite marksman for them. Actually, I might just get quick reload. I think they need rate of fire more than anything right now.
Hmm. The electromagnetic shot is also kind of slept on, just because it does stop all that tech, but it doesn't look like your opponent has much tech.
No, they haven't really gone for much yet.
Yeah.
I've mainly got that there for things like self-healing overlords and all that sort of stuff.
Good.
Mass-produced things.
Pretty good.
I actually went with the missile specialist. The missiles can one-shot those. The arc lights.
Okay.
So should I go melter for this fortress or just invest into the stormcallers?
I personally prefer. Well, at this point, it's going to be level 2. Yeah, you probably want a melter. Unfortunately,
I just
that
worry that
flank is not
I don't have
super well
enough
covered.
clear for all the fangs underneath, and the melter's just going to spend time shooting that instead.
Yeah, that's an issue, isn't it?
I think we'll go stormcallers this round. Let's stack them up a little bit.
Man, actually having some of these fang here is really important for me. Oh, the crawlers do get in though. Oh, that's a lot of crawlers, unfortunately. Okay, I just need a bit more wave clear on my side. I can handle that next turn. I know exactly how to do this. It's been something. Oh, actually, I might push through this. That's a lot of snipers. My shields on the old Phoenix might not hold up because there's a shield on his side.
See if people can guess what it's going to be.
I think you know what it's going to be. Holy shit, you on your side by a huge margin. We definitely win this. I don't
I think
we
it's
kill
going to
him.
be a flamey boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a flamey boy.
Can't go wrong with them.
Yep. If there's a lot of chaff that's becoming an issue, just pop down a couple of flamesters. They do a great job. Honestly, the Vulcan Phoenix has been so popular in the meta. I tend to try and stay away from meta builds, or at least I try and do something different. But in this case, it would just work out so well for me. There's no reason not to do it. My opponent's gotten like 30 things of crawlers at this point. Not 30. I'm being a little crazy.
Facetious.
Yeah, facetious. Man, somebody keeps forgetting to hit the speed up button. It is you, isn't it?
It might be. I kind of use the time to help plan my next round. So I was sitting there watching the crawlers running around going, I wonder if replica crawlers is something worth spending money on.
Yeah. It most of the time is worth it, yeah. Alrighty, I need some Vulcan. I don't need them to be very high level.
I think I'm going to go Overlord.
Okay.
Take out a loan, get them. Another ship. And flanking.
Ooh. I don't know if those Phoenix will go for him. Yeah, if you put an Overlord in the flank, that's dirty. That could really work, though. I don't think those Phoenix will go after the Overlord. Be careful. That sniper will. Don't. I'd move the Overlord back to where it was previously. Yeah. That would be a level 2 sniper. The Overlord might not have enough HP. Yeah, I think that's a darn dirty trick, but it will work. I kind of want to see this play out. Will the Phoenix get it? No, they're ignoring it. Oh god. All right. Well, you pretty much win your flank.
Those 6 little fang though.
Oh, are there 6 of
Ready
them?
to go.
Blap.
Oh,
Poor little guys.
no shortage of courage.
Yeah, well, that's sometimes all you need. It's a little bit of a dream. I have a dream, and my dream is Fang. Doesn't always work out, though, unfortunately. Okay, well, actually, having this Vulcan really made a big difference. It's exactly what I needed. Now my Phoenix
really
ready to
think-
get online. Huh?
What I didn't think about with my flank was that the Fang actually deal with wasps just super easily.
Yeah.
That little unit of Fang that was there just... the wasps were obviously there to distract the Phoenixes, but the Fangs just wrecked them.
Yep. They'll do it. Fang are a sleeper unit, man. They're very good, though. GG. Wow. What a good group of guys.